After defeating Crom's minions and the Gorgon, Tanyet the sorceress fled through the mountains back to Crom. Ugga and his warband follow and decide to continue their warg through the mines under Gloomfall Mountain. Named only for its inhabitants, the Gloomspite Gits and their king, Mooneye, the Stalagmighty, atop his fierce squig grobber. Ugga is unaware of the dangers that follow and sure to be ambushed.
What you doing in my mountain? You're too tall to be a grot. I'm gonna have to take a bit off the top, methinks.
You ain't taking nobody's top, you puny greenskin. Make a run for it, boys. Whoa!
Here we go. So we've got the grots in the mines today, led by the Boingrot Bounder, King Mooneye the Stalagmighty, I named him, which is an almighty name. If you're going to be king of the grots, you have to, you get many titles added to your name, I think, so that's going to be his name today. I'm going to be calling him King Stalagmighty for short. But yes, we have basically them defending their mines, trying to stop these, what are these random or other orcs, bigger grots coming through our mines. That's not what we want, so we'll try and take them out, stop them getting through, and take all their shiny goods if they have any on them. Otherwise, I've got my dagger, shield and hammer. For today's game, we've got 2 archers, or shooters I believe they're called, and a netter. We've then got Mooneye himself, Mr. Stalagmighty. He's going to be Boingrot Bounder leader. Then we've got 4 squigglies, and then in my hammer we've just got another shooter, because I believe the dagger comes in battle round 2, the shield starts on the battlefield at the back, and then the single archer there, or shooter, comes on at the end in battle round 3. So I'd rather, to be honest, have majority on the table from the start, so being a narrative game. But what we'll do is go on to check out the Fangs Gorkamorka as always, and see what else bringing from their warband selection today. Rightio, so Fangs Gorkamorka today.
Yeah. I've split them into dagger, shield, hammer.
Yep.
And the dagger there, it's the shaman bone singer.
Nice.
And Fang of Mork and the totem of Mork.
Yep. And then in the middle,
shield we've got Ugga, Gorkfang, and the Fang of Gork and the totem of Gork and Snakebane there. And then we have the unnamed Moorboy in the hammer.
Okay.
He hasn't ended. So, oh wait, no, I've gone backwards.
Those 2 are the other way around. That's Snakebane, yeah?
That's no, that's Snakebane, I think.
Okay, so Snakebane's in this group, and then the unnamed one's coming in at the end there. So
hasn't named himself a name yet. He hasn't fought much.
Maybe he will do in this battle, and who knows? Because all of your stuff will start on the battlefield to try and make their way off. Okay, so table set up today. As you can see, the mines. The gloomy mines, and we've got Gormoon rising on this very day, meaning that in this battle there will be +1 to the value of all abilities, and that's the twist card.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. All of it's full-on destruction, this one, I think. But as you can see, the entrance to the mines is on the left-hand side there. So it used to be occupied, as you can see, by some sort of humans. But since the grots have clearly taken hold, I'm going to be using this deployment method, no escape. I put the table the wrong way round really narratively, so I'm using it upside down. So we've got the dagger, shield and hammer for Alan deploying sort of that area there. And then for me, battle round 2, I've got my dagger coming on from this side. My shield starts in the middle at the back there, and the single shooter will come on from that side at the very end of the game. Otherwise, victory condition is Alan has to get half or more of his models within an inch of the edge of the battlefield on that side of the table to win the battle. So it's called the gauntlet, so he's got to try and escape through the mines, pass through without losing too many of his men, essentially, too many of his orcs. And for the king, he just wants to take their booty, stop them from what are you doing in my mines, wants all their shiny goods. And that's pretty much going to be it for the battle plan today. So what we'll do is get stuff set up where they're meant to be going, and we'll do a roll off for priority, I reckon. Alright then, so single dice roll for priority here. So 5 for the Gloomspite Gits, Ooh, and King Stalagmighty starts off strong. So it's going to be priority for the grots, meaning that Al will have to set up his first, followed by me, etc. And then we'll get into rolling off initiative here. We've deployed, as you can see. Obviously victory conditions, because it's a narrative game, and twist conditions have already been settled. So we'll get into an initiative roll off. As you can see, the squigs and their king have lined up at the back there in the middle, and we've got a few groups there, pretty big groups as well set up, and Ugga is the leader in the middle, capable of the warg, so that's going to be interesting as the game goes on. But we'll get into this. I think I didn't mention actually that the attackers, which is my group, sorry, the defenders, which is my group technically, they are essentially wanting to wipe out half or more of the Bone Splitters group, which I think is going to be 4 or 5 models, I would have thought. But we'll get on to a roll off for initiative. So the Gloom Spike gets, I missed a dice and also need to re-roll one because it's cocked. We get a double 6, a triple 3 and a single. That's nice. We're adding 1 to the value of all abilities this game. Ugga, the leader for the Bone Splitters, will be adding 2 because he still has the God Beast Idol, which is a lesser artifact from the last battle we had. So go for it, Al. Bone Splitters. You got a double 5, double 3 and 2 singles. That's not bad either, to be fair. You will be choosing your wild dice first because you have 1 more single than me, and then we'll come back to you with what dice we've got for initiative this game. So Al started off, he used his wild dice, so he's made a trip 5, which when Ugga uses his warg is going to become a trip 6. Could be a trip 7, but we can only max out at 6, and then he's got a double 3 and 2 singles. I obviously made a quad 3, which will be a quad 4 for this game, and I've got a double 6 and only 1 single. So Al will get initiative here for battle round 1, Bone Splitters.
Alright, I'll do that.
So Ugga's gonna go?
Yeah.
So he's in the middle, he's popping the warg. Whoa!
So
and
that's my trips.
literally,
spent.
well done for putting him in the middle because he's popped out that 6-inch bubble. Everybody within 6 gets the warg, which is a value of 6 because he adds 2 to the value and it was a 5 anyway. Maximum of 6.
And then he's going to have to wait because the boys in front need to get out of his way.
Yeah, so he'll wait, which means he'll get another activation later on. But it means everybody's gains a massive bonus to their movement, except for the shaman because he's an ally, technically. So we'll go on to my first activation then for Moon Eye and his squigglies. Alright then, so we're going to activate Moon Eye. The Stalagmighty, he's going to move 10 inches. He can literally fly, just hop over anything he wants. So he's going to go, we'll get him right into the side there, I reckon. And then that's 1 move. He's going to spend the quad 4 technically because I up the value with the Gore Moon Rising. And then I get a free move action followed by an attack action, and then I add the value of the ability to the damage points allocated at the end, the total points. So we'll move him again with that bonus action, which probably these guys at the front. I'll try and hold up as much as I can. There we go. And then I get a bonus attack action, which I think will go into the totem here. Okay, so totem, I'm going to attack into, it's going to be with my free attack, 5 attacks, strength 5, so that's going straight through your armor on 3s, or crits obviously. I don't get any crits there, but I do get 4 hits, nasty. Okay, so that is actually 8 damage in total, but then it's also plus 4 damage for the quad sneaky stab, because that was the value of the ability. So that's 12 damage overall, and the totem had My Precious as an ability that he acquired from upgrading, which means that he can ignore damage on a 6-up. So we'll do 2 lots of 6 here, see if you can get any 6s. So on a 6-up you can ignore it. No, not yet. See if you can ignore anything else. So for the other 6, because it's 12 in total, so you ignore damage. So you take 11, so it's down to 4, and then I've got an attack action left anyway. So it's probably looking at going down here unless you can miraculously roll some 6s here. So into the totem again, 3s, and a crit there as well. I don't add the bonus to this one for thingy though, so that is just going to be 4 plus 4 That is 8 damage, so you can try and ignore that damage on 6s again. So you got a 6 there, and then you've got another 5 to roll, haven't you? Because you got 8 damage overall to ignore. So there we go, that's 1 ignored, but you need to roll 5 more. So roll those ones there. Okay, so only the 1 ignored. I think you would have died there anyway after that one. So totem does go down, and first kill for the king. But that is his activation done though, so he is finished, and it's on to the bone splitters again here. So you're going to activate the big stabber here.
Yeah, I think he's got to go. He's attacking my boys. He's got
Fang
to
of
go.
Mork. So your stabber's going to try and attack the king, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're needing 3s here because you've got strength 5 to my toughness 4. Okay, reroll. And you get all 3, one's a crit. How much damage is that doing?
Total of 12.
Ooh, 12 damage. I've got 22 in total, so I'm down to 10 already with the king. And then you're going to go again. You can take the king out in 1 here. And I think you do, because isn't that same again? Ooh, 12 points of damage again. Literally bang on what you needed, which means you took the king out. The spear, you just went straight through his squig and took him down. Nicely done. Did not see that coming. I thought they were way harder than that, the boy and grot bounders, but obviously not. Okay, we're just going to activate one of my squigs, and we'll go double move just down to block some gaps here. We'll get to there. That's him activated, and then it's on to Alec in front of the bone splitter. Okay, so you're going to do your ranged lightning attack or staff magic from your shaman into the squig that's moved forward, yeah? So how many shots? 2?
2.
Strength 3, so you're going to need 5s though, because I'm toughness 4. Oh, wow! Bone splitters are getting through these mines.
It's 3/6 weapons.
3/6, that's 9. You're going to do it again?
Yeah.
So 5s again. He's got 6 health left, the squig. And you get a crit, which is
6.
That's perfect. How the hell have you just done that? So that was 15 damage exactly from both attack actions. Taking out the squig, defying all averages. Down goes the squig, pop him like a balloon.
I said it was doable.
Yeah, these bone splitters are literally just flying through this cave at the moment. Shaman activated and onto another squig. Squig on the right hand side there is double moved to the back there, and then it's on to bone splitters again. Nice and simple for the squigs. They can't make it into combat this turn, so even if I use abilities, so that's where they're jumping to. So moving the Fang of, is that Mork or Gork? I think it's Gork, isn't it?
Gork.
Round to the back of the rocks there, starting to get through the mines, and then another 10 inches, because he's got 10-inch move because of the warg, gets him to there, so he's nearly already getting off the table, but now he's in squiggly range. Yeah, we're going to double move my squiggly here, just get him in ready for next turn there, up front, and then it's going to be on to the bone splitters again, see what they want to do. Moving around to the edge there with the totem, yeah, and then their second move to do similar to the Fang, and get up in level with him. So move him up to there, nice. Second squig's going to use my double 6 to add 1 to each of his movements with rush, is it, I think, the universal ability, and then he's going to essentially double move in front as well. 10 gets him all the way into the back there with a double move instead of 8 because of the rush ability. And it's on to bone splitters again, more moving forward, I'm sure of that. Moving again round the back with the rock there. And then another move straight up front. The warg is really paying dividends this game, coinciding with the Gormu. So then it's going to be, that is me done this round because I haven't got stuff coming on until later on yet, so you can pretty much sort everything else out. Ogre has 1 more activation, and you've got 2 with the unnamed boy at the back there. So 1 move for Ogre to get forward. So Ogre's done because he waited, so he's pushed forward once there. Just do the other side of the rock. Just about to see him hiding there. And then the only one left for you, I think, is the boy here. You're going to use rush on him, yeah?
Might as well, otherwise I'll just waste it.
So an extra 1 move for him to get forward.
That's 11 inches.
Yep, so 11 per move, yeah, nice. So getting forward to the edge of the rock face, and then second move will likely push him most of the way up with his friends as well, with his other boys. Properly warging forward there. Bone splitters pretty much getting close to their objective already here. It's nasty stuff, but can we take enough of them down before they actually get over the edge? This is the thing. And then going into battle round 2 here, I will have some reserves coming on. So it'll be interesting here, see what happens. I think initiative could play a difference. So initiative roll. Oh, nice. Double 4 for the Gloomspite. Double 6. No quad this turn though. And 2 singles. And then Al, what are you getting for the Bone Splitters? You're getting a double 2, triple 6, nice. Double 2, triple 6, and 1 single. So I do currently have initiative though, which means I need to spend my wild dice first here. Right then, so initiative, that's meant to be a 2. So yeah, it's rolled over. So initiative dice, I had to choose my wild dice first because I had initiative. I created another single with my wild dice so that Al couldn't take or try to take initiative in any way, shape or form. And then Al added another double because he couldn't get initiative anyway, so might as well get all that value booty going. So it's my initiative for the Gloomspite Gits, but we've got to bring in my reserves from this side with my Netta and the 2 archers. Okay, so deployment's been completed on this side from my, I believe that was my dagger, battle round 2. Got my 2 shooters on the right hand side and the Netta here. Ready to run up and cause some trouble. So we're going to be going on to first activation for the Gloomspite for battle round 2. Alright then, so Gloomspite, it was a hard decision to choose who was going first here, but it is, I think, going to be the squig over on the far side here, the Cyclops squig.
One-eyed mushroom boy.
Yeah, he's going to be attacking your totem. I'm going to use my double 4 here for backstabbing mob, which allows me to get an extra attack and strength on that squig until the end of the battle round, which means he gets 5 attacks and strength 6, which definitely means 3s on 5 attacks. I've got 2 lots of this coming in. Oh, my rolls have not been amazing. That's 2 hits though, which is still 4 damage. Can't ignore damage with this totem either because it was only on the other guy who had it. Then we got another 5 attacks, sorry, don't know what I'm doing there. No. Terrible rolling, dearie me. These are not lucky gits. So that's 6 damage on the totem overall, and that squig's gonna get it now. So double 1's being spent, yeah?
Yeah, and he's gonna pop Beast Spirit Juju.
Alright, okay.
Which will affect all of these boys.
Okay,
these
so
4.
+1 toughness, yeah?
Yeah.
With your double 1.
And then he's gonna whack that squig.
Whack the squiggly. Cyclops 1 again, yeah?
Yeah.
Whack him back. Okay, go for it. So you're looking at
3 attacks.
3 attacks.
Strength 4.
Okay.
Medium 4s.
Yeah. And you get
just 1 crit.
Just 1 crit. So
that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Nice. You got another attack if you want to do the same again. He's down to 11 health. Same again. And that is just going to be 1 hit.
That's 2 damage.
2. So he suffered. He's on 9 health left now, I believe. Okay, so we're going to move my other squig here. He's actually going to move. Yeah, he's going to move around the corner there. Actually, it's 4 just to sneak around the corner there and get within an inch to attack your boy there. And he's going to get 1 attack with 4 attempts. And I've got to re-roll that one, but it's looking not too bad. Come on, get a crit. Nah, I haven't got a crit, I don't think. So, what toughness is he? 3, so he's going to be 3 hits for 6 damage on that boy. From my squiggly. That's him done. So you're activating your boy, yeah? Yeah.
He's going to go 4 inches to there. And then I think I'm going to spend the double 2 and do a charge.
Alright, okay. And that's your normal movement to get you around to the squig.
Right into the back of the squig.
Okay, and then you get an attack. Because that was a free move, yeah?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
3 attacks, strength 4. Nothing.
Ooh, yeah. Needed 4s because I'm a squig. Right then, so my squig will make a move action, just tuck into that gap there because he's staying as close as he was to the spear, and then I'll be within an inch to be able to attack the totem there. Which will be 4 attacks. You know what, actually I'm probably going to have to spend my double there, so we'll use my double on Sneaky Stab again, so I'll have 5 attacks, which will be Strength Oblivion, Strength 6 on 3s, give me some crits. Oh, my rolling has been abysmal. That's 1 hit against the totem, which will be 2 damage.
+1 move.
Okay, yeah.
He's going to make a double move, which is with
10.
base movement of 4, so that becomes 10. He's going to get up next to his bud, and then he's going to spend the 666 on Inspiring Presence.
So
And he's going to pick a friendly fighter who is not yet activated within 6 inches, and he's going to activate the Big Stabber.
Okay.
And the Big Stabber's going to go for the Wounded Squig.
Okay.
Done.
So then the Big Stabber, Gork, Tooth of Gork, will go into my... which one are you going to go for there?
The wounded one?
The injured one, the
Cyclops.
Cyclops Squig.
So that's 3 attacks, strength 4.
Okay.
Needing 4s,
yeah.
2
That's 2 hits. So it's actually 3s, but you got 2 hits anyway, so that's 6 damage, did you say?
Yeah.
He's got 3 health left.
And then he's going to do it again.
Okay. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, took out the Cyclops Squig. Down he goes. There he goes, taking him out. And then it's on to my activation again here. Right, my netter. I forgot to save the double for the net, which is really annoying, but the barb net. But he's going to double move to within an inch of the shaman there, just underneath the walkways. Just help track people in. That's him done, and then it's on to Al's go again here for Bone Splitters.
Disengage.
And then scoot off the edge.
A 4-inch move, which gets...
Is that the one that came from the back and he got off first? So he's off the table edge, so he retreats through the mines. First successful man through. I think you need at least 3 more though. But it's going to be on to my activation again, so it's going to be one of my shooters here. Push 4 forward with the shooter, and then I'm within 12 to attack the spear. If I get the measure up again, you'll be able to see. There we go. So I'll attack the spear with a shot or 2, which is going to be 2 dice, strength 3 or toughness 3 with the spear, so it's going to be 4s. Oh my life, they've been appalling. Okay, so apparently the Git's just happy for you to get through.
Just 3 attacks at strength 4.
3 attacks, strength 4 from the shaman, his close range attack. And I'm toughness 3 probably, yep, so 3's hit, 3's
It's only 1 damage though.
There's 3 damage to the netter, he's down to 5 health. And again?
Kinda need a crit here.
No, so 2 more hits is 2 more damage, so he's down to 3 health left, the netter. He lives, he's done his job. Okay, so shooter here will move forward and he'll fire into the spear again over that side. Not really many options, so 2 dice on 4s. I get 1 hit, which I think is 1 damage, yes it is. So 1 damage on the spear, take that! So the only one left is the spear, which, where's he moving to? How far is he moving? Is that his double move, sorry. Stabbing you with the spear. He's double moving to there, just underneath the bridge walk. And Bone Splitters are getting pretty far now. I've got some stuff blocking the way though over there, so that's kind of helpful, but interesting. Al's going for the kills as well. I was trying to get them extra glory points, I think. The Gits just aren't having the luck. Apparently they've lost their shiny artifacts to give them their luck. The Gore Moon, even though it's up in the sky, is not benefiting them whatsoever. So we'll go on to Battle Round 3, and I think this is also the final battle round, I want to say. More or less. So then we'll go on to Battle Round 3, Initiative Roll-Off, and I'll also have Red Cap coming on from that side, the other shooter. Okay, so the Gloomspite Initiative Roll, getting a double 4, very similar to last round actually, if not exactly the same. I think it is the same roll. So double 4, double 6, and 2 singles for the Gloomspite. Bone Splitters, double 4, double 5, and 2 singles as well. So we need to roll off a single dice to see who has priority for initiative here, because we've both got the same number of singles. Gloomspite getting a 2, and Bone Splitter's getting a 1. Okay, so I will have to choose initiative first for my wild dice. I made a single 2 to make sure that I kept initiative there, because we were drawing. Kept 2 doubles. Al made a triple 4 for it with his wild dice. So the Gloomspite will take initiative again here through their wild dice. Forgot that Al upped his toughness last round, by the way, so a couple of my attacks probably would have been 4s rather than 3s. but I'm pretty sure I rolled that appallingly anyway that it wouldn't have mattered, so I wouldn't worry about it. But it's going to be my activation first here, after I brought in Redcap actually, the shooter on the far side. Right, so I brought Redcap on there, just blocking some gaps. Then it's into my initiative, in which I will activate the Squiggly down here. And Bonecracker, the Squig, he's going to attack the your lone boy. I can't remember if that's Snakebane or if it's one of the other, the unnamed.
No, that's the unnamed one.
The unnamed one. It's Snakebane, who ran off, of course. The legend that he is. I'm going to use my double 4 to use...
He'd been wounded, he'd had enough.
Yeah, use my double 4 to use Backstabbing Mob, which means I get 5 attacks instead of the 4 with my Squig for both attack actions, and my strength goes up by 1, so it's 3s here. And still no crits, but at least I'm getting some hits here. So that's 8 damage already to that boy. I don't know if I don't think he's suffered any yet.
No.
So it's just 8 so far. Okay, let's see if we can roll any crits here. That's 8 damage. He's got 6 left. 7 left. Oh, it's appalling. So 4 more damage doesn't do the job. So he's got 3 health left, the boy, and the Squig fails to do it again. They're not hungry enough. We've been feeding them too much. Look at how fat they are. So it's going to be on to the Bone Splitters though here, and see what they want to do.
Disengage.
And then move off the table, yeah. Nice. Because obviously you do have to disengage and move off. So yeah, done that there with him. He's off the table. On to my activation again here. Yeah, I'm going to move the Squig here in between the 2 there. And then, because I have to stay within an inch of... actually, no, I don't, because as long as I end my movement outside of an inch, so he's going to end there with his 4 and help trap in the Shaman a bit. And then he'll pull off an attack action, because I think you've suffered some damage with him. So he suffered 8 so far, that's Shaman, so I'm going to go 4 attacks with the Squiggly. Let's get some crits here, come on, let's take something out. And I get a crit and 3 hits, because that's strength 4, toughness 3. Yeah, 10 damage, that's what we get when we finally get some crits with these Squigs. So he's dead, 10 damage straight through, and it's on to the Bone Splitters again here. Okay, so you're going to activate Ugga.
So Ugga's going to activate, he's going to spend his trip 4.
Which becomes a trip 6 for him.
On
He's
Warg.
got the God Beast idol and there's the Gore Moon in the sky, so he adds 2 to the value of his abilities. Which means plus 6 to movement for each person within 6, which will be the 2 teeth there. And then it's whether he wants to activate or wait here. So Ugga's going to run off straight through the middle here. As long as you don't end your move within an inch of an enemy model, you can move straight through engagement range. No, I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to disengage here with my Netter. 3, move 4 to there. And then I'm going to spend my double 6 to trap anybody within, well, your tooth of Mork within 3 inches. I think it's on a 3-up though for the Gloomspite Netters. So on a 3-up, he's within 3 inches. He can't make move or disengage actions. It is big. Yes! I think I deserved that roll. So yeah, Barb Netter into the tooth of Mork, and he's trapped for now.
On him
Yeah,
he's buggered.
he's buggered for this round. There's nobody engaged with them either. So all to no avail. Haven't really been able to completely stop them. If that's what you want to do, we pretty much worked out you can just run off with him. So
he's got a base 4-inch. He's warged with a 4, but it's plus 2 because of the twist and the artifact.
So he's got things like 11 move.
Disengage 3 inches.
And just run through this side.
And then just run like heck.
And Al started with 8 fighters. He ran off 4, which means that he's he's done he's completed the mission. I killed 2. I was 2 fighters off. Taking Al out and stopping him from
you netted this
doing the game. Netted him, so he's trapped on as well. But otherwise, that is where the game will end. Al does succeed, so you get 5 glory points for winning that game. That's really good. Just discussing the game in general, I do quite like the hit and run games. They're quite fun, I think. There's a lot of tactical play for the defender as well, in my case, this game. The king, as crazy as he is, as always, the king trying to prove himself to all of his grots, how crazy he is and not to mess with him. Jumped straight into the action, took out a totem, and then just got slayed himself by the tooth of Mork. It was a pretty awesome game though. I managed to still take out a couple. I always like playing the Glimpse fight, they're pretty crazy. Their quad ability is just insane. Bad rolls for me this game.
Yeah, your rolls were terrible.
If I could have pulled off more damage with the squigs, it could have been possibly slightly different story actually, because they can put out a lot of damage.
Yeah.
When they get some
brutes
crits
in one gobful.
Yeah, they really have. So, I mean, really cool game. Netta, I could have used him last turn as well, but completely forgot to to mobilise him.
Double, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't think that would have made it much difference because that tooth ended up not getting off really anyway. So yeah, it was a really contended game there. Really enjoyed that one. Thanks again, Al, as always. And what we'll do now, folks, as always with our campaign missions, before we go on to the Patreon game, which we'll obviously give you a trailer for at the end here. But first of all, we'll be going through the upgrades and such for the fighters that survived that battle and see if there's any deaths for this battle, for all the aftermath here, and see you do from this specific battle on your campaign tree pick up a command trait as well. So we'll sort that out. Ogre will gain a command trait, and then there'll be a lesser artifact appearing as well. So we'll set up some aftermath here, folks, and come back to you with that. Right then, let's get into some aftermath here. Also, just before we do move on, one thing to note for most people who are watching through the campaign, especially our Patreon members who have signed up to watch the whole thing, the Triumph and Treachery game that I said was slightly out of order, that technically follows this game, which narratively, obviously, you had the Pumpkin, who I did mention at the beginning of that video, is the brother of Moon Eye, who's just been taken down, and so he was a bit angered by the fact that his brother's been taken away, and that's why he's having it against the Bone Splitters, and it all ties into the whole death serving the gash thing for him as well. He was pushed out, but he'll still do whatever he can to prove his worth. So that game, if you haven't watched it, Triumph and Treachery, it's on YouTube as well. I'll throw it in the link below. I'll actually attach it at the end of this video for you folks so you can watch it, as well as the Patreon video that's going to follow the Triumph and Treachery game, which is the next Patreon game, which will be up at the same time as this video. So lots of stuff to watch, and then I believe next week we'll come back, and I think there's 2, maybe 3 videos left for the campaign that'll end it, and I've got some awesome surprises, especially for you Patreon members. I've got one prologue battle report / video that ties into the whole campaign, that if, for those of you keen-eyed people that have been keeping an eye on things, you might well have seen it, but it's an awesome twist at the end, I think. So do stick with us for that one and sign up to Patreon if you want to find out what it is, because it's totally worth it, I guarantee you that. But what we're going to do, you can see above us here, we've got the 2 totems who did die this battle, technically, well, not die, but they could well have been injured, or they could have come unscathed. So I think we'll start with, on the left-hand side for you folks, is the totem of Mork. Is the left-hand one, Al?
Yeah, the one with the bigger totem is Gork.
That's it. So it's going to be a 2d6. If you're all in front there for me, I'll just see what we get. Oh, a 5. Okay, so that's a 5, which means that it's going to be lost favour. So you lose a destiny level, I believe.
And that's on Mork.
Yeah, so resolve fight again.
He's lost.
They lose one of his destiny levels.
He's only got 1, so he's back to
0. He loses all of his upgrades there.
All of them?
Because, well, he's only gained a level, hasn't he? So that's what he gained from it. So yeah, unfortunately the Totem of Mork has lost everything. He's back down to a casual fighter now. I think the Totem of Gork, however, is a bit of a beast. So he's going to be on 2 dice again, just see what you get here. And he's going to be fine. Full recovery for him on a 9. Full recovery for the Totem of Gork, luckily. Otherwise, slightly injured for the Totem of Mork, and he goes back down to 0 destiny levels. So no upgrades for him. We haven't really remembered the rerolls for destiny levels, but they make so little difference. We tend to remember the traits that I've made up for the campaign more. They're kind of a lot better, really, to be honest, which is why I added them in, which I think's worked pretty well so far. I hope you guys have been enjoying that. Otherwise, it's going to be on to favour, so we'll set up some models now to see who's gained destiny levels this game, if any at all. Okay then, so just coming into sorting out who survived and who will gain a destiny level. We did actually get the Totem of Mork mixed up, by the way. He had 3 destiny levels, not 1. So he's gone down a destiny level to 2 left,
and he's actually only retaining. He lost his +1 movement as well as an upgrade. So he's only got 2 destiny levels left, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we'll go on to see if any of these gain levels. The Spear, the Tooth of Gork, and one of the big stabbers, and Ugga, the leader, are both already Destiny level 3, so they can't upgrade any further, so we've kept them out, but they did survive the battle. The only thing we will do, actually, so I will throw Ugga on there as well, is technically he will gain a command trait this battle. So what we'll do first, we'll just sort out the Destiny levels. So if you go left to right for me, Al, get some dice. So Shaman.
It's a bit cocked.
Can do it again. Nope. So nothing for the Shaman. The Spear of, I think that's Mork. Nope. A 5, you will get one for, is that the unnamed boy?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to name him now.
Yeah.
A 6, so Snakebane's gaining 1, of course, and Ugga's not gaining anything this battle, is he? Because he's fully upgraded. So that's it for now on upgrades. Shaman doesn't upgrade, Spear of Mork does not upgrade, or Tooth of Mork. You've got, are you going to name him Squig Slayer? Something Squig Slayer, we'll think of a first name.
Squig Eater.
Yeah, Squig. Yeah. Squig Popper. I like that. But so we're going to have to see what they get. So what we'll do now is I want to grab my table, bubble, and roll 2d6 for me in front of the camera. So you get in a 5, which is choose between +1 movement for him and or roll on my table. He hasn't got any movement yet.
No, he hasn't.
Could be an interesting one.
I'll go for the table.
It's more fun. It is. So it's going to be d6 for the table for me. So you get a 3, which is cunning but brutal, which you haven't actually used much yet, to be honest, but it's something that could be useful in the future. So re-roll one dice each time you make an attack action if you move to within an inch of an enemy fighter at this activation, so it's quite handy. Other than that, I think it's just going to be, you've got Snakebane then, who can also upgrade, so 2 dice for me again on the table. A 6, and that's the same one again. You haven't been rolling very high on these tables actually, over the campaign. But you've had a lot of fighters actually upgrade, so it's the same again. You can either give Snakebane +1 move or table. I don't know what he's already got. I think he's got 2 Destiny levels now.
Yeah.
So what's he already got on there?
He's got some sort of iron something seed.
Oh yeah, he had an artifact. I can't remember what the artifact does.
Buffer brew.
Lesser artifact.
+1 deployment.
Yeah.
I think I'll give him +1 move.
+1 move. Okay. So he's got +1 deployment and +1 move. Snakebane now. So suits his character. He's eager to get into the fight.
He's often in the hammer, so the extra movement wouldn't hurt.
That's it. So I think that's it for your upgrades. Other than that, I think we'll roll for lesser artifact and also for your command trait. So command trait is a D3. So if you just do a single dice for me, Al.
A 2.
A 2. Let me just find the page. It is a 2 gets you Killer Instinct, and that is Killer Instinct spelt with a K. Somehow this orcs strikes always seem to find the enemy's weak spot, so add 3 damage points allocated by critical hits from attack actions made by this fighter that have a range characteristic of 3 or less. So Ugga gets his command trait now. He's renowned enough to have gained command trait Killer Instinct with a K.
Whoa, that's brutal.
Yeah, brutal. So +3 damage points with crits that he rolls. So he's a beast now. Because Ugga right now, also his perishable.
I was going to say, he's got perishables.
He does have an artifact, God Beast Idol, which is perishable. So on a 4-up, you keep it again, because I believe you've already kept it once.
Yeah, I really like it as well. I don't want to lose it.
+1 value.
Come on,
Does he keep it? No,
Yes!
no, it's lost. Yeah, perishable's on 4 up, so...
Oh, I needed a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now I've put my psychic energy into rolling low.
So, it's a 4 up, unfortunately, that
Okay,
he needed,
that's
so
gone.
he does lose the God Beast title. Although, you will gain another Lesser Artifact now, so you might be able to do that.
Okay.
The greater artifact that he gained hasn't really been used much yet, the head. It's something like use an action to gain +1 strength to everybody within 6, but it's not that brilliant, to be honest, unfortunately. But we'll roll for lesser artifacts, which is 2 dice because it's a D66. So the red is the 10, 32. Get back to my lesser artifacts page, and the 32 is voila. It is Skin of Flame Ale. So brewed in Akshi, this potent and fiery concoction fills one with mighty strength, if only for a few brief moments. It's a consumable, so it's a 1 use only. The bearer can use this lesser artifact as an action. If they do so, add 1 to the strength of his attack actions until the end of the battle, which is a worse version of the one that you already have. Because it's a one-time use on yourself, whereas the one you already have, you can use every battle for an action, and it affects yourself and everybody within 6, so it's a shame, that one. You could give it to someone that's not him, that's not Ugga, to be fair. That would make a lot of sense, I guess. So you could give it to anybody you want, really. You can't give it to an ally, actually, but you can give it to... Might be handy for somebody's strength 3, like a totem or one of the boys. I think...
I'll give it to...
Snakebane already has one, so...
I'll give it to the Totem of Gork.
Totem of Gork's going to gain it then, so Totem of Gork will get the lesser artifact. I think Snakebane does also have a lesser artifact, but I will have to... It's the seed that you got for him, so the Iron Seed. Can't remember what that does for him, so we'll have to remember that for next battle as well. But Ugga did this battle lose his value one, which we did like. Because a lot of these abilities that we're picking up, we're not bothering to remember them because they're that bad. They just are. A lot of the ones from the books aren't that great. But the ones that we actually kind of want to use, it makes sense to remember those and use them. So I think that's pretty much it. You've done your command tray, we've sorted out the lesser artifact, we've done the perishable, so we won't keep you guys any longer. That is the aftermath. The Triumph and Treachery battle follows up this battle, so go and check it out. I think then we're very close to the end, very close to the finale and the prologue, like I say. And we might even have one more monster bash up, I reckon, as well, for some sort of champion battle. I think the challenge battle. Might have one more challenge battle as well. Otherwise, I think we'll see you next time, folks. And as always, Warcry!
Hi there, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure to hit the notification bell. Also throw us a like on the video and leave us a comment down below. Finally, if you would care to support the long-term progress and stability of the channel, please sign up to become a Patreon member in the link below the video for as little as $3 per month, just like the amazing people to the left of me. You will gain access to many different benefits, but you will also be making sure that we can still put out videos for the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching, and you can check out more of the videos here, right on our channel. Everything skirmish. But until next time, happy skirmishing, guys.